My name is Dwana Clarke, and I'm married to Jeffrey Clarke. I have 3 girls and 5 grandkids. I've lived in Atlanta all my life. I've been in Fulton County for 8 years. I became a floor leader in 2008. And then me being a floor leader, that meant that I had to take CPR, first aid. I had to be more aware of it, you know, in case of an emergency. The first time I had to use my CPR training was December the 12th, 2012. Mr. Hugh had gotten hit by a MARTA bus on Roosevelt Highway. I got off work at 4:30, headed down Roosevelt Highway. He was sitting in the middle of the street, and I was like, y'all not gonna help him? So of course, I checked the scene, which we're taught to do is, before you get out, check the scene to make sure that everything is safe, which everything was safe. I left my daughter in the car. I walked up to him and I introduced myself to him, and I had a pen and a piece of paper. Well, I had a sweater, and he was bleeding, so I took my sweater off and wrapped it around his head because the window had broken on the driver's side and the glass was continuing to fall in his face. So I wrapped his head, ran back to my car, got a pen and a piece of paper, ran back to him, and he gave me all his information just in case, he passed out on me, I would have it so I could tell the EMT when they got there. So I got them together. By the time I realized, and I thought everything was okay, when I looked down his leg was like bleeding real bad. And I told him, I said, you're fine. So we talked about the Falcons, we talked about the Braves, and then all of a sudden I just heard ambulance. I was like, yes. But when they got there, the officer said I did a real good job. So that made me feel good. That made me, realize that I had did a good job learning my CPR class, which I had just learned like 2 weeks ago prior to him having the accident. I'm just glad Fulton County gave me the opportunity to be one of the ones to have a certification and to keep on doing a good job, because without it, I would have never known I could help people.